Good morning. I feel like I'm forgetting to do something. I think I'm all set though. Got weird shadows. I don't know what that is. Maybe a tree branch? Got tree branches on my head. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Joan. Um, I'm happy. I uh it's like it's Monday. Hi, I'm Sarah. It's Monday. Thank you for coming to my trying to wake up for work. I'm actually dressed for work. Usually oops, sorry about that. You just saw my bra strap. I'll have the editing department cut that out. I don't have an editing department. I already forgot what I started to say 3 seconds ago. um, yeah. So I'm going to, I'm already actually dressed. Usually, hot secret. Usually I'm wearing, when I see you on Mondays, I'm wearing the clothes from the day before because that was the fastest thing I could put on to get down here. And then after I talk to you, I go, get ready for work. But I showered yesterday. So I put on fresh clothes and I'm ready to go. Yay! Go me, way to adult. I do I do have cat updates. Nobody's where I can show you right now. Oh, they're all right there. Um, let's see, cat updates. So I think I mentioned that my new house that I'll be moving into comes with free cat toys. So I didn't really talk to the cats yet, but I've set it in their presence, and they have recently upped their playing with the little mousies that haven't been lost here in the house. So they're practicing, they're getting ready. Good, good. Um, and Frankie has become for like a week, or maybe not even a week, he wasn't coming up for his good morning hug, and um, now he's been first in line for the good morning hug the last 2 or 3 days, and he's super cuddly, and he comes smashes himself against me on the couch while I'm sorting all the things. And I will tell you that now, so usually when I would, if he doesn't approach me first and I like reach to touch him, to pet him, I mean, I'm not just touching the cat and being done with it. There must be something exciting because he's, oh, Mr. Mustache is like, and Mr. Frankie's like, tail's going like this. Okay. He's in full crouch position. When I reach out to pet him, he would ball up his little fist and punch me. Sometimes I punch. And this lately, I can touch him and pet him, and about once every 4 times I get a little punch. So now I'll reach out and I'll call it a high five, even though it's a, punch. But he keeps his claws in. And then another time I walk by and he'll let me pet him, and it's like progress. So yay. Yay, Frankie. Making strides with Frankie. Um, my mortgage was approved on Friday. I was at work. So I worked at the shop on Friday to cover a shift for Jen, and that wasn't too confusing. Plus, I was there Thursday a little bit to cover a shift for Jen, and that wasn't too confusing either. And then today I'm like, how is it Monday? I was just there, but it was Friday and it was Thursday, but now it's Monday. Life is so hard. Ow. Um, yep, nope. Friday. Oh, so I got an email. I peeked at my email, my personal email while I was at work, and I had a thingamabob from the mortgage people saying it was approved. It was a pretty easy process, and now you just need to send 3 more pieces of information, which I did 2 of them yesterday, that's a good sentence. Did 2 of them yesterday, and one of them I'm supposed to send to a secure website. I have no idea what that means, so I sent an email saying I have no idea what that means, but it's ready to send whenever I know what that means. So yay! So that mortgage process is done from my end, except for that one thing, and now we're waiting on an appraisal. And then I think we wait for closing, which is tentatively the 11th of August. So, things are moving along. And I feel like I've been training for this my entire life because I love to sort things. I've been sorting things for as long as I can remember. Like as long as everything's in a pile with its little friends, life is good. Even if my house is a mess, at least everything's in piles with its little friends. Right now to my right, everything that looks like this or this is right here waiting to get packed. They're all like little, we will call these things that can hold things, but look pretty doing it. So useful little pretty things, trays. So those are going to get packed. I haven't actually packed anything yet. No tape has been harmed. But yesterday I had my first garage sale, which is not a sale because everything's free. And so I made a private, after trying to figure things out, I made a private group on Facebook called the Great Peasley Purge. And if you didn't get an invitation, it's because either you're not local or you didn't pop up in the list of people to invite on Facebook. So if you would like an invitation, shoot me an email and I'll shoot, or an email or a direct message or whatever those things are called, and I'll send you the link. Because I kind of want to just give things to friends first and hopefully not have anything left over. But if I do, I'll donate it toward the end. But I'd really like today. So yesterday the door was up for an hour and a half, and some things went, not a lot. Nobody left empty-handed. Everybody said, "Oh, I don't really need anything," and then started picking things up, which was great. And it was nice to see people. My goal is to get rid of stuff. Oh, and everybody who walks up, I say, okay, I should say the first rule of Fight Club is the rules are don't be shy and don't be polite. If you want something, take it. Don't leave it for somebody else. It's for you, and take all of it. Like take as much as you want, take everything. Cindy was like, I'll just take these like 5 sheet protectors. I'm like, I have 3,000 sheet protectors. Take more sheet protectors. So she did. Gossip book. I get it. Joan, I can just email you or text you when my garage door is open if you want to come shop around. Again, everything's free. Everything is free. No judgment, but I am moving to a new home and I'm getting rid of all my things. And so if you wanted to throw a few dollars at me for like the Fiesta Ware Fund or the Wistoff Trident Knife Fund, I don't know which knives I want to get yet, but that would be lovely. $1 here, $1 there. Also, if you would like to become a patron on Patreon for like $3 a month, that would be lovely too, because going forward, I'd get that $3 a month. And the more people who do that, the more I get. And the thing I don't have the right sales pitch for that, but what I envision that income being is I get to take the time to make a video, or I get to take the time to develop a new class. Those are things I don't get paid for. So I tend to not do them because I'd rather be making money directly to pay the bills, and I'm moving. So if I can feel that I have time to slow down and make a new class or write a pattern or, that other thing I said that I can't remember. Do a video, because I haven't done videos. I don't know how to edit yet. So things have been spotty, but that's how I envision Patreon working out. I have 34 patrons at this point. $3 will do it. And I try to provide content at every level, but everybody gets a poll, a silly poll every week, except I think I forgot last week. The most recent poll was, how many sticks of lip balm do you think I'm going to find while I'm packing? And then I had ranges for you to choose from. Nobody picked 0. I think I found them all. I'm going to, and then I was asked to please follow up and let us know what the answer is. So I'm going to count them out on I'm going to film myself counting them out and then put that up on Patreon so people can see what the answer is. I don't know what the answer is yet, but I have a giant pile of lip balms that I keep finding everywhere. Plus, I carry one around all the time, so that I have to remember to count that one too. I didn't know that I had lip balm squirreled away everywhere. I mean, everywhere. There's probably more, like in project bags and pockets of things. So I'm giving so many things away, and then it's freeing. Like, it's freeing, and then I like giving the things to friends as my first option because I like knowing that I know where they're going or that they'll be appreciated, or even if you're going to pass them on to somebody else. Yesterday, so anything that has memories of of some kind is going. Not everything, because some things I really, really like. If it doesn't bring me joy, out it goes. Excuse me. I am going to have the garage door open tomorrow morning, Joan. Or if you just show up tomorrow morning, I can open the garage door because I've got 2 people coming, one at 9 something and one at 11 something to look. And so far I have mostly what's out there. Lots of office supplies. Somebody took the Longaberger baskets yesterday. I have some Pampered Chef stoneware to put out. I have so much more to put out, but I ran out of table space. So Naomi's bringing me another table tomorrow morning, and so I can put more stuff out. So many things. And I haven't even, there'll be so much more. And there's a little bit of yarn out there right now and a little bit of fabric. So far I've been through the fingering weight yarn. And my first pass, I was like, here's some little balls. I don't really like this. I'm tired of this yarn, or I made the thing and I don't want to use the rest of it. So put those in a little bag. And then I was like, there's not very much in that little bag. So I went through the boxes again and I'm like, I'm not going to use this yarn, and if it was a partial ball, unless I was really in love with it, it went. So I went from, I sort by color in my boxes. So I went from, now you'd think 7, but there's more than that because there's more colors than 7. I have red, violet, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. That's 7. Black and white, gray. I don't think I had any brown. So I have at least, that looks weird. I have at least 9. I can't tell. That looks like I'm deformed. I have more than 9 boxes. There must be some other weird colors in there. But I got rid of two boxes. Like I emptied 2 boxes without consolidating colors. So that was exciting it's like, I'm not going to use this yarn. Like, Sarah, let it go. I was, because all my glassware is out to give away, like, well, now what do I use? And I have things I'm going to use, but like, I have this cute wine glass, stemless wine glass, which is excellent. Less likely to be knocked over by a drunken Sarah, which won't happen again. 3 sheeps to the wind, it said. How can we... There. It says, where's the part of me that has a black shirt on? It says 3 sheeps to the wind, and it's got 3. Oh, hey, I have this other camera. Oh, my God. Here we go. I don't have a brain. So it says 3 sheeps to the wind. There we go. There you go. And it's got 3 sheeps, head over heels. Oh, I don't need to put that there. So I was like drinking water out of that, and I'm like, this is cute. I want to keep it. And then like the next day I was like, I don't need to keep it. It's cute. Somebody else can have it. I don't need wine glasses in my house. So, slowly I'm letting more and more go, and it feels so good. I have piles of clothes to put out. There'll be holiday things when I get to that part of the basement. Oh my gosh, there's a closet I'm not going to open. And I'm also trying to be conscious of, we're going to sell this. My realtor and I and the cats are going to sell this house, and it needs to like not have shit all over it. So, needing to make the things like the bookshelves that look messy, make them look neat, or get them out of the house entirely, for example. So there'll be furniture, um, blah, blah, blah. So tomorrow, if you want to come look in my garage, let me know and I'll send you my address. And otherwise, if you want a linky dinky to the thing. So far, I did put up a video yesterday after I put the garage door down and said, this is what's still here. And I may put up pictures for people to say, I want this, but I don't want to do it all on Facebook. I don't want to sell things on Facebook. So anyway, we'll figure it out. But if you want free stuff, I'm your man. Um, I wanted to follow up with last week we were playing with carbon monoxide detectors. Two of them had gone off, as I recall, and I had taken all three out of the plugs and was getting the batteries out and discovering that carbon monoxide detectors have an end of life. So I need to get new ones for the new house, and then like the next day, a smoke alarm went off in the basement. But first I thought like, but I took all those carbon monoxide detectors down. Why are they still beeping? And I came in and stared at them and they weren't beeping. And it took me a while to figure out where it was one of those, like, I don't know where it's coming from noises. Um, I don't want to sell things online, Tammy. She's saying the gram, maybe. I want people to come so I can give them hugs. But I will mail things if people need to have things mailed. Um, I just want people to come and take my things out of my house so that I don't have to do anything with them because I have more stuff. Um, I found that it was a smoke alarm in the basement, which confused me because when I try to change the smoke alarm batteries every January, I discover every year that my smoke alarms are hardwired into the house so that like you can't take them apart to put batteries in. But apparently tomorrow at 9ish sounds good. Great. You know where to find me, Joan. Um, uh, this one in the basement apparently is a battery operated one and it was chirping at me. So I took it down and it comes down and I opened it up and I took the batteries, I don't remember, out. And then I got new ones because I have a shit ton of batteries. And I put the new ones in and closed it. And then I tested it by pressing the test button. And it kept beeping. So I tried pressing the other button, the reset button or whatever it's called. And it kept beeping. And I couldn't get it to stop beeping. Then I'm like, well, maybe I have a fire happening. Maybe there's like a fire. There's no fire. So I took the batteries out. And I found that manual online, and I have most of my manuals, little pieces of paper. I found it online, and apparently smoke alarms also have shelf life, end of life. And the one that I had in my hand, which is in the other room, said good for 10 years or 15 years or something, and then it said that it was from like 2000 and I don't know 6. And I'm like, okay, I'll get a new smoke alarm for this house before I sell it. It was hilarious. So, but isn't that a coincidence that like 2 days after the carbon monoxide alarm debacle, I had a smoke alarm issue? Smoke alarm. Is that what they're called? Smoke detector. Holy crap, Sarah, drink some tea. I had a thought. It went away. Cats, new house. I love my new house. Oh, I took the floor plan picture from the Zillow site and I put it into Adobe Illustrator, which I use for work to make schematics and charts. And I blanked out the things like that were inside the room, the words that were inside the rooms, and I put a grid on it that it took me a couple tries to make it be to scale for what the floor plan was. And then I went around my house and measured my furniture and made little pictures of my furniture, little outlines. And then I started plugging and playing. See, I started to do that. I'm like, oh, you know what I should do? But I should edit. I need to edit to make the money to pay the bills. And because, you know, I do sort of have a job and that's what it is. And I do have bills to pay and that's why I do the job. Um, so, so I was supposed to be editing, but I'm like, I'll just put the floor plan in. I'll just pop it in there. And I popped it in there and then I went out and did, like, I started to edit and I'm like, I'll just white out that, you know, and it just snowballed, of course. And now I have a completely illustrated guide of where all my furniture is going to go. And I've been editing, but I had to stop and do that first. So now I can picture my house all set up. I realized what I don't have room for. I things that I thought I wouldn't let go. I'm like, there's no room for those. And then I realized that the things have bad memories attached to them anyway. So out they go, and I have no regrets. I have disconnected from the things. The things being, for example, my 2 IKEA couches that I'd wanted forever, and I got one by one, and I love them, but they would fit in the new house in the living area, but they would take up the whole space, and it would look weird. OCD is so messy. Yes. Um, um, yeah, it would take up the whole area. So I'm like, you know, I bought the first one because I was going to have a failed romance. Because I was starting to see a person and thought that I needed a couch. Tammy, you know about this one, and it didn't work out in a very bad way. So I had this couch, which I didn't connect to the very bad thing. And then, a few years later, there was another attempt at having a relationship, and that person had a pickup truck. So we went and picked up couch number 2 that I wanted, and that ended very badly as well. um, yeah. And so both of my lovely couches I've wanted forever are going to go away. I think they already have takers. This piece of furniture is probably going to go. This beautiful, it's not a linen closet, Sarah. It's a china cabinet that I love from Pottery Barn. Not everything's going to be free, by the way, but I need to wait. My oldest son is moving to a new apartment with his girlfriend in Chicago at the end of the month, which is like another whole week. God, I have to wait a whole week. And he gets first dibs on everything. So I can't, but he keeps saying, I won't know till I get there how much space I have. And I'm like, have you not made your floor plan into a map of where all your furniture is going to go? Who are you? Are you not my son? He doesn't have Illustrator. Plus he doesn't have the desire to do that, I'm sure. He could send me his floor plan. I will fill it up with my furniture. So I have to wait till the end of the month. Closing on the new house is like the 11th of August. So that's still 3 weeks, almost. It's a week plus 11 days. That's 18 days. Ooh, 18 days away, which will be forever, and it'll be here before I know it. So I keep trying to, like, I've culled most of my clothing. I've culled the dishes. More can go. Most of this is going. The teacups, the wedding china, the mugs. Most of it is going. If I could figure it out, I would like raffle off my mugs to make money to pay for the Fiesta wear, but I don't want to deal with that. So we're just going to give them away. Yeah, I'll keep a few, but you know, I don't need them. They have memories. You know, most of them commemorate something. I usually go for the biggest ones first because hello, lots of tea. And some of them I can list before I'm out of the old place, but I have the leisure of not having to, so I'm not hurrying through anything. I watched my sister have to juggle the contingency on the sale of a house thing where, you know, hers sold, then the house she was buying fell through, and then she had to buy a house because her house was sold. I don't want to, and so I had the luxury of being able to get a 30-year mortgage at the age of 62 by jumping through a bunch of hoops. Because did I mention I don't have a real job? I'm freelance. I have a real job. I don't have real income, like steady income. That's the word. I don't have steady income because did I mention I'm freelance? My only steady income is 5 hours a week at the yarn shop, which won't count toward a mortgage. So I started with the advice of my mortgage person. I started paying myself out of my retirement fund um, so that it looks like monthly income. And the mortgage company and the mortgage broker is the one who told me to do that is like, oh, cool, you have income, so we'll give you a mortgage. And so, yay. And when I'm done paying that to myself, and I don't need, when everything's done, and I've sold this house, and hope the deal is this house is supposed to sell for more than that house, and then I just pay off the mortgage, and then I pay all the Merrill Lynch stuff back in. And then I'm back to where I was with a paid off house. Just a lot of rigmarole on the way. So I'm trying to get it ready to sell right away, but it's full of crap. And I'm trying crap being beloved items. And so while I'm waiting the now 18 days, I'm trying to get it ready to take pictures to sell. Um, the yarn shop is 8 miles away from where I am now, and probably 6 miles away or 5 miles away from where I'm moving to. So it's going to be a much shorter commute. Still into the sun. Well, it's noon when I go in at 11:30, so there's really no sun to deal with. It's up there, but um, yeah, I'm moving across Grand River, the big road, from Hazlitt to Okemos, and it'll be a straighter shot to work. I can walk to a lot of things, whereas here oh, so, one of the things I love about this house that I think I'm going to miss is my bed is up against the window so that my head's against the window, not against the window, while I'm sleeping, but my windows are open. I'm lying there, and I have this beautiful honey locust that fills my gutters in the fall and the spring and the summer, but looks beautiful, and the branches extend across the window in my office and the window in my bedroom. Like, I'm going to miss the honey locust, but I'm going to have oak trees and all kinds of shit in the new house. It's surrounded by green, which is, I'm a green person, not a lake person, so it's going to be amazing. Hold on, just inhaled my own phlegm. I wouldn't stand on that if I were you. That doesn't look sturdy to me. Stable. Hi, rethink it. Um, Good job, he rethought. Oh, you could see him. That's his tail, right? Oh, I don't know what I was saying, damn it. The tree. So I'm lying there the last few nights, well, every night actually, and I've got the windows open, and I hear the night noises. I hear the train go by, which I have got, it's not loud. It's just part of the background noise, and I can hear the little animals and the birds and the coyotes and um, things that I feel like are from Lake Lansing, which is very close to here, but they sound like I don't know what they are. I hear all the noises, and they're all very pleasing and relaxing. And in the morning, the bird song is amazing. If I'm up early and if I'm sleepless early enough, I hear like the first bird and then the second bird, and then they're all going. And um, I'm pretty sure there's birds in Okemos. So, and there's the same train track. It's just in a different place. I don't know if I'll hear it because I'm in a more urban, suburban area well, instead of being in the burbs, I'm just off the main road, but nestled into a little neighborhood that should be quiet. There's enough buffer between me and there's enough buffer. I'm not right there. I'm right there, but I'm not right there or there. So I'm like interested, like what is it going to sound like when I have the windows open? So that's exciting. And the windows, like some of them are awning windows as opposed to my casement window or the casement, the boopy out ones. I don't know where that came from. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be exciting to find. And I'm like, I'm going to miss this and this and this, but oh, guess what? I'm going to have that and that and that. So that's exciting. I don't know what I'm going to have. Uh-oh, I froze. There we go. I'm trying to do this thing so that I can breathe. trying to straighten all these lines. Okay, close enough. Meet me and my OCD. Okay, 4 shuffles. 1. This is the Knitter's Oracle, in case you haven't been here before. You've probably been here before. 2. I will have it all. I may not have the coyotes in Okemos there. I'm really out in the wilds right now. 4. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what my, and then like and I just totally messed it up. The Lake Lansing is over here, and there's a marsh, and then there's my neighborhood. So you can't get there from here. You have to do all the roads around. But because of the marsh and the lake being there, and then there's a big pond in the subdivision over there, over there, and that way. So what I get is the traffic of the turtles. The turtles come through in June, and they just make a straight diagonal line across my yard. I remember when Clara first saw the turtle, and she just wanted to go see the turtle. Thank you, Joan. I know where you are in Okemos. I remember. I wave at your house when I drive by. I'll be your neighbor. The geese go from the marsh to the big pond, and when the little ones are too little to fly, they'll walk there through the neighborhood, and when they're older, they'll fly there, and then they come back. And I don't know how many I've done. I'm going to do one more. All hell is breaking loose. Okay, let's do this thing, shall we? Let's have some more tea, shall we? Whew. Can't believe I have to stop packing to go work. Ugh. All right, stop playing with that, Sarah. The bind off. Nope, gotta make it straight. The bind off. So what do we think the bind off is? Obviously the finish of something, or the finish of one piece so that we can go on to the next piece, which might be making it all about me, because I never do that. Month ends. Yes, Joan could come to month ends. That's right. Because I'm gonna morph it, but it's still gonna be there. It might be for patrons only, just like a knit along at the end of the month. I think that's a good idea. Words were coming out of my mouth, and then I said something else, and now I don't know what the words were. Oh, it could be. See, the brain cells are working. They're bringing it back. And then they just went away again. It's probably in my head because of where my head is. This is me getting all the stuff out of my house so that I can finish that off and go on to the new house. That's where I'm going to put that. Ooh, the knitter. That's me. That's you. So something's being finished. We're taking a good look at ourselves with a fancy fucking fancy mirror. And we've done our nails, or at least they're kind of rosy. That's a very fancy mirror. And the work in progress. Yep, definitely. Okay, it's all about me, you guys. This is me getting through all the stuff in my house. And hilariously, the stuff that I'm not, there have been piles all over my house forever. You have some piles too that are like, things that you'll sort someday, maybe some receipts or some photographs or some recipes. Everybody has. Ooh, there you go. Lisa found $25 while she was sorting just now. I haven't found money yet. Oh, ask me about the bomb shelter. There was nothing in the bomb shelter. I told you about that already, didn't I? Okay. I don't know. But okay, bind off could be seeing light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm going with, this is me getting all the ends tied up at this end. Oh, that's what I was going to say. That's what I was saying. So many half stories. So I'm taking the piles of papers that have been sitting around for years because I'll get to them someday. And I've been sitting watching, I think I'm caught up on Midsummer Murders, but I'm really not. But I ran out of the ones that they'll let me watch. And now I'm watching, so I went to get caught up on Doc Martin, and I think I'm already caught up on Doc Martin, which I'm not really, so I don't understand that either. And so then I went back to Mrs. Maisel and I'm watching it from the beginning and I love it just as much. I never did finish watching that. So, anyway, the important thing is that there's something on the laptop in front of me, this laptop right here, something that I'm looking at, and then I can sort the things. So I'm sorting them into, for example, my giant pile of knitting crap. Now I have patterns I want to make, patterns to give away, classes I've taken from other people, um, directions for how to use things like the pom-pom maker. And I've got them in folders by category, not sorted or anything or labeled even, in a box, a file box that I can then move, and then they're hidden away and I'll still have a pile of papers, but it'll be in bite-sized pieces and culled, like the giant pile of directions for things. I'm like, I don't even have these things or I'm giving them away, so off they go. So that's been exciting too. I'm still moving the piles, but they're going to be hidden and they're not here anymore. And it took me like 2 episodes of whatever I'm watching and they've been sitting here for years. So that's hilarious. I don't think anybody's surprised by that news. So the bind off is me finishing up this end, taking a look at what I want and working on the new me in the new house. That's what I'm doing. Sometimes I try to make this be for all of us, but not lately because I've got a little bit on my mind. So there you go. Oh, and very quickly, because I have shit to do. 30, what's the suggested interpretations? The bind off, a positive outcome. Oh, where's me? I nodded at the camera and I wasn't there. A positive outcome. Where'd it go? Success, a goal achieved, victory, happiness. Yes. And then 28. That's 29. The knitter represents the querent. There's our favorite word again. Themselves, aka you or the person you are reading for. That's me or you. Yep, it's self-care day. Is it like National Self-Care Day? Every day should be National Self-Care Day. And number 5, the work in progress, growth, evolution, solid foundation, health, the roots or basis of a thing. Yes, I'm sticking with all the things I said. So there you go. That's our knitters or our tarot reading, our knitters oracle reading for the day. That's perfect. I know that whatever's in my head is how I'm going to see the cards, and obviously the move is in my head, but I've got things broken into semi bite-sized pieces and I'm working my way through. I haven't actually physically put anything in a box yet. But I'm ready to do books, and I can keep culling the books. Like, I don't need all the knitting books, do I? World Self-Care Day. Okay. I'm going to go take care of work. I'm going to go sell the yarn, and then I'll come home and sort the things, and I'll edit. And tomorrow I'll open my garage door at 9-ish for Joan. Thanks for being here. Wait, hold on. Let's move that. There's Mr. Mustache. There's Frankie. See Frankie's little head? Okay. Woo! So there you go. That was exhausting. I had to lift that thing all the way up. I will see you next week. Thank you for being here.